right. This is a follow-up to Raquel Bailey's Billboard story. I just saw that there was a TMZ brief interview, and if you haven't done so already, I'll put a link in the top comment and then pin it to the top. It's only like 1 minute 32 seconds long. Pretty much, Raquel's brief interview with TMZ. Just thanking Tyler Perry for the advice that he gave her in the post, and ironically enough, Tyler Perry's team reached out to her asking for her self tape, and she delivered. So, yeah, I am glad to see that it's working out, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. We might see her in a future play, movie, or television show, whatever Tyler Perry has in the mix. So I'm happy that it worked out. And this video, if I wanted to stop as soon as I said everything that I needed to, this video will be done already. But I just want to do some follow up because I saw that on my original video about, Tyler Perry responds to an attention seeking billboard. There was some mixed comments. And when I say mixed comments, you had some people were like, yeah, right on, Racquel, that was awesome. And the other people were like, nah, that's a way to make yourself look bad. I'm kind of like in the middle because once again, I was an advertising major back in college, and then growing just as the years went on, you would see different stories on the internet about people being creative, trying to get job opportunities, whether it's putting their resumes on a candy bar or billboards or making commercials of themselves, so to speak. You really do have to stand out. Now, once again, I am in no way, shape, or form an actor. I have no experience. I've never auditioned for like a play or anything, so I don't know the ins and out of the process, but I do know that you do need thick skin just because there are a lot more no's than yeses in the industry. I don't want to just say Hollywood, but I mean the industry, because I actually have friends who majored in theater and whatnot, and they go through a lot. Some a couple people just quit because they couldn't get work, so they decided to just work normal jobs and maybe go back to school to get a more practical degree and these are their words because they just couldn't cut it. So I honestly, I think the only bad thing that really could have come from the billboard is if she can't deliver when it comes to audition time. Now, I don't believe I've ever personally seen her acting in terms of the work. I looked her up on IMDb, and I don't think I've seen any of the shows she's been in. But the fact that Tyler Perry saw her in, I believe, an HBO series and said that he liked what he saw, that's a good sign because it's sign because billboard pun. But I just feel like it's almost like the people were saying about Jacquees a few months ago, like I'm the king of R&B, the current king. Well, what are your records? What are your hits? What are your platinum albums? What qualifies you to make that statement? So for the billboard to say meet your next leading lady, I hope that her self-tape really delivered. And I mean, at the very core, you could say that if she does land a job with Tyler Perry, then that'll look very good to other directors, because if Tyler Perry hired her, in spite of the billboard and in spite of what he said in his comment or his original post, that shows that her self-tape must have knocked his socks off. So I think that it was very innovative. I could see on the flip side why people would say that was a bad move, because I mean, Tyler Perry literally said that when it comes to auditions, they literally put out the intel about, casting calls and what they're looking for, and auditioning is free. So just use your money to kind of travel to, come to Atlanta and whatnot instead of spending money on billboards. And, she rightly said, when somebody like that gives you advice, you take it, and it didn't deter me or discourage me. It gave me more of a fire, to do this thing. So I'm actually happy that it worked out. I mean, this could have went a lot of ways. I saw people saying that Tyler was too harsh on her. I've heard that Tyler, I heard other people saying, Tyler went easy on her, because it's like, well, Tyler was homeless at one point too, so he should know, about the desire to want to stand out and whatnot. I actually do agree with that. But in a way, he didn't really shame her in terms of, hey, you know what, this was dumb, you should, I'm never going to work with you. It was, this isn't the right way to get my attention. Anyone can audition for me, and I've seen you in work before, and you're good, and I hope you make it. So yeah, there could trust me, it was stern but fair. And on top of that, she got a lot of attention because of his post. So it's almost like, a teacher, grading papers and saying like, hey, on this assignment, this is an example of what you're not supposed to do, but then gives you a good grade anyway because it was outside of the box because you didn't follow directions. So I am not knocking her for trying to get her dues. It's just one of those things where I can see both sides of the equation because once again, if the auditioning process was a lot more difficult for Tyler Perry, then or when I say with Tyler Perry or for Tyler, I mean with in regards to Tyler Perry Studios, I can kind of see why you would do something like that to stand out. But considering that once again, auditions are free, they put out the casting calls, and she did say that I've never auditioned for Tyler Perry before until after this the billboard, and even then it was the team reaching out to her or reaching out to me to send a self tape. So maybe it's the team, saying like, well, she put the money into the billboard. Tyler Perry put out the post. Let's see what she has. And I do hope that she blows them away because that'll be great. And I'm not really picking sides in this, but it's kind of like, some people were like, well, what about the dude from the Cosby Show? Well, to be fair, he was working at Trader Joe's, not looking for any attention. It was that woman that took the photo and posted it. Then that garnered, like some news outlet, specifically Fox, trying to job shame him or what that wasn't the case. So it's like, well, and these are this is kind of like me paraphrasing some comments I've seen in reference to Tyler Perry's response to the billboard. Well, Tyler Perry, what are you shaming this actress for when, the dude from Cosby, like you straight up was going to give him a job, but he said he wanted to audition to make sure he was the right fit for the haves and the have-nots, and then he was. But then you have this young actress who paid $2,000, yet, you want to scorn her. But to be fair, it wasn't about him just giving her a job. It was saying that auditions are free for everyone. So I don't know. It's just like, I can see both sides. I'm definitely not picking sides. I just think Racquel did a bold move and it paid off. And it's not everyone can do that. And I mean, you sometimes to make it, you can't follow the rules. Some people that made it to where they are now didn't follow the norm. I think one of my favorite examples of this is Kenny Babyface Edmonds, aka Jeffrey Harrington, because they look alike. I just recall, like, when he was on like Oprah's Master Class or just in an interview, he would tell a story like, when I was a kid, the Jackson 5 came to my hometown and I wanted to meet them so bad. So I got on the phone and talked to like the promoter, like the venue they were at, and I pretended to be I forgot to do his name. He was the guy that was the main character in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and It's a Wonderful Life. One of my favorite actors from the old black and white films. And he used his voice to impersonate him. It's like, hey, I have this nice kid, a very smart kid named Kenny Edmonds, and he's like a reporter for us, in training, and it would be cool. It would be nice if you could let him go interview The Voice. So basically, he used a fake voice and actually got to interview the Jackson 5, and that pretty much inspired him more and more to do music as a living. So just think about all the hits that Babyface wrote for other people when he was with the Dells, when he was a solo act. Yeah, so Kenny Babyface Edmonds, broke the rules, if you will, or I don't want to say just break the rules, but he was innovative and creative. He thought outside of the box, and then that helped shape him to the person he is today. So with her getting the billboard, and yeah, Tyler Perry said this was the third time somebody's tried this, but I think this is the first time that somebody has garnered his attention to the point where he actually made a post about it. I do feel that she was an exception to the rule. And I mean, for the people saying, yeah, she's just trying to cut to the head of the line and whatnot, you gotta stand out in some way, shape, or form. Like, if she bombs the audition, then that's on her. That was a waste of $2,000, and that might actually give her a bad rep, if word goes around like she put up $2,000 saying that she's the next leading actress and her self-tape sucks. Not my words. I'm paraphrasing in case she bombs, but I'm on record. I put this in this video, my previous one. I hope she does an amazing job. Even if she doesn't work with Tyler Perry Studios, I hope that the attention gained from Tyler Perry's post really helps her in terms of working with other directors as well, because you gotta take that leap of faith, and that's what she did. not when it comes to taking that leap of faith, what works for one doesn't work for many. Basically, we all have to take our own risk. And not to make this about me, but it's like, what really inspired me was like, just watching all these inspirational videos and whatnot. I think what really pushed me was the Steve Harvey talking about the jump. Like, there are a lot of things on the set of Family Feud and on the set of his talk show. There'll be the in between commercial segments where they will record Steve talking with the audience, and that was his thing, taking that jump, that leap of faith, and seeing where you land. And then I actually got the book Jump. Then I actually have his book, Think Like a Success. It's kind of like the titles be a spin on Think Like a what was it? Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. But there was another one called Think Like a Success or something like that. And those books really I just took the leap of faith. I quit that call center job, put all my chips on the YouTube channel, and here I am now. So almost 2 years later, we all got to take our leap in different ways. We don't all jump from the same cliff. Yeah, we don't all jump off the same plane. We don't all jump off the same cliff. We're all going to land in different areas. So I feel like that's the best way to do it. So I feel like, Racquel, I really do hope this self-tape goes very well. Like you said in the video, you put everything you had in there and then you gave it some more. So congratulations. To everybody out there, let this be an inspiration story. Like, you don't have to be an actress. I mean, if you're trying to get a promotion at work or something like that, I would think before you jump though. But sometimes you just have to put yourself out there, and that's what she did. So I have no negative thoughts to what she did. That was her money. That was her idea. And like she said, she didn't know what would happen from it. So I'm just happy that it worked out for her. I really do. I really am happy for her. So thanks so much for tuning in. And if you want to take a jump on my channel, take your mouse, put the cursor over the subscribe button and click so it lands another subscriber on the channel. That was a crummy analogy, but hey, I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers, so you can help me get there. So thanks so much for tuning in. And yeah, if there's any more information from Racquel, I'll definitely keep in mind. I might try to see if I can follow her on social media to see if there's any updates on it. So I will keep you posted as soon as I know anything. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.